last time you were happy? I mean truly happy. No cares in the world, just pure bliss. Most likely came at a time when you were younger. Coming home every day from school and just hanging out with friends in the neighborhood, going to parties every weekend, no cares about work, school, or even your future. We often find ourselves feeling nostalgic for these times, wishing that our lives could go back, just to when life was this simple. Why do we feel this, and what even is nostalgia? The most basic way to put it was done by French philosopher Johannes Hofer, who described nostalgia like this. The Greek word for return is nostos, and algos is Greek for suffering. So nostalgia is suffering caused by an unappeased yearning to return. In order to fully understand nostalgia, we must first look at the history of nostalgia. The first use of the word was in 1688 by a Swiss physician to describe a disease similar to paranoia, in which a patient had an extreme longing for the past. At the time, this was mostly described by soldiers who were homesick. In the military in Europe and the United States, around the time of the Civil War, it was treated by pushing those who felt this feeling to feel extreme shame by others in their military ranks. As time went on, psychologists soon realized that no real treatment of this disease was possible, seeing as this was never really a disease, more of a feeling. Now I would like to take the time to describe how nostalgia affects us. First, when people get nostalgic, they are living in kind of an imaginary past, which is happier and present than their present and they are currently living in. Nostalgia is similar to looking at the past through rose-tinted glasses and remembering those times as truly perfect with no wrongdoings. According to one study, researchers had university students write a brief essay on the topic of a past event that made them feel nostalgic. Then they had the same college students write about and reflect on an ordinary memory. The more positively, those who wrote the nostalgic event seemingly wrote more positively about the event than those who wrote the ordinary event. What we can tell from the study is that nostalgia creates a positive feeling on these past events. People feel socially connected to others. However, feeling nostalgic too often can often have consequences as well. These consequences can be very dramatic at times and often cause depression and suicidal feelings. Today, nostalgia is seen as a much more positive light. We can all think of as a song, movie, a game that makes us feel it and remember the good old days. We are much more aware of that nostalgia is not a disease, but more of a feeling. However, like all good things, if it becomes too much, it can be seen as a problem. Here we can take the advice from a French doctor, Hippolyte Petit, who said that the best solution to nostalgia is to create new loved events for the person suffering from past sickness. Find new joys to erase destination of the old, or to just simply put it, let it go.